Seems like they have no men there. Let's try to charge in and let's see what the results will be. Because they lost their cavalry. Maybe not completely, but yeah, their cavalry is not a force to be reckoned with anymore. Let's try to push our flank. We should be breaking them. Let's move up. We will chill with these guys. We're gonna charge that battery and maybe even collapse their entire flank. Hello there, folks. This is Hatman, and I hope you're having a lovely day. We're playing Ultimate General American Revolution, and it's kind of a D-Day here. It's June 20th, 78. That means that the entirety of the U.S. campaign is actually available right now. We can see a bunch of southern colonies, but before we start with colonies, I just want to switch to control map mode so we can see a bit better what is in our control, what is the control of the British. And we can see Virginia here. Kind of Atlantic coast belongs to them, and they have some regions to the west of Virginia, next to the Indian Reserve, of course. And then we have North Carolina. The northern section belongs to us, and the southern section belongs to the British. South Carolina is, I would say, 50-50, but we might have some issues controlling these regions here. And we're going to talk about it a little bit more. And Georgia, yeah, this will be the youngest colony of them all, if I remember correctly. And naturally speaking, most of it belongs to the British. They had very strong economic ties. Yeah, the youngest colony, dependent politically, economically. So this is normal to see that British are actually controlling the most of it. And if we move down to Florida, kind of the same is there. Well, let's go to the actual standard map, and we're gonna see individual towns. So our first target here in the south, when we move to the south, will be Williamsburg and Norfolk. Maybe these are the cities we need to take. Then we could move more to New Bern, Clinton, Elizabethtown, Wellington, Fort Johnston. This is maybe too much. This will be the next episode, but maybe New Bern we could achieve today, depending on other things. We have a lot of things to do right now. And to the west, we can see that there are Fort Cackley, Inglis Ferry. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right or I'm butchering it. And Fort Trial. This will be the western flank of Virginia. So we also have to take these. There are probably some forts to the west. Yeah, but this is very far. I don't think we can take it here. The goal is basically to go to the south and see what we can save. Because, guys, remember in the previous session, we ended up with a warning of an imminent invasion. Historically speaking, I think the British did land in, well, Charleston? No. Savannah. I think that they had a landing in Savannah. And they almost took Georgia away from the Americans. So, like, usually, when it came to New York or Philly, I received, like, notifications, an option. Oh, do you want to support New York? Do you want to support Philly? But this time around, it didn't happen. So, I'm not sure if this will be historical or it will be kind of random situation. And another issue is, like, okay, we can take these settlements here. We can take some of the colonies. But how do you protect everything from naval invasions? Like, it will be very difficult. We also have 5 generals. We have to do a lot of restructuring of the army and responsibility of the regions depending on the general. Let's just check notifications. Bug delivered. Oh yeah, there wasn't a bug. I just did something for a developer that asked for it on YouTube just to check my stats for some reason. Artillery tactics. Okay. Here we can have another technology research. I think this one is really nice, but I want to finish up gun laying, so let's go with this one. Forward penetration is not very important, but unit XP could be, and it's also very short time, so we don't have to worry much about it. We're gonna have another one here. What is this? Are we missing iron? Let's go to production. Yeah, seems like it. We're producing 2 Charleville muskets, double slot, just because we recently unlocked it, and we want to be able to equip our French forces in particular with Charleville 66. Hunter rifle, like, this is way too much. We have almost 6,000 in reserve. We're not gonna use this. Short brown besses, almost 10,000. There is no way we're gonna ever have 10,000 cavalry. Brown best 69. Maybe even this one is unnecessary. I don't know. Or it can remain here. We can maybe sell a bit later some of the guns. But I would like to see. We have a lot of regiments in the south, and they're heavily depleted. They do not start with full force, so we have to do something about it. And we're gonna try to give them the best field guns possible. That would be 12-pounders. Let's go to like 60. Maybe we can do something like that. Yeah, I think this will be okay. This will be cool. As long as we have raw materials necessary, I think it should be okay. Okay, what do we do now? We have old notifications. I just also want to cover financial situation. So we have over 800,000 US dollars, which is half the amount of money, but we are currently spending about 50,000 just on salaries, nothing else. We have over 5,000 materials, which is kind of normal. We have humongous amount of specialists, and I talked about it several times. It's due to a bug that increased the number of specialists. Instead of 5%, probably 5-fold. So this is the reason for enormous numbers of specialists. I'm not sure if you guys are playing and if you have the same bug. I don't think it was intended by the developers, because very soon we might find ourselves in a situation where our specialist report is bigger than population report, which would be really funny. One other issue would be army size. We actually have way more regiments than we have room for. We have 88 available. We have 102. So that means that there will be no reinforcements to the south. Reinforcements will have to come with our generals kind of moving south. We can maybe beef up some of the regiments that exist here, but there will be no recruitment of new regiments. And this is why I say that some of the southern colonies, South Carolina and Georgia, will be very, very difficult to hold. I haven't played this at all. Like, I have no idea what's going to happen. But this will be part of fun, and we are in a really good position to kick off the final stages of the campaign. First, let's go to construction management. We need to worry a little bit about maybe logistics, or let's see. We're gonna get some extra food production. We need more provisions, especially in the provinces that are natural for it. That's a lot of money and a lot of resources. Luckily for us, we have both. How about here we change something? We also need more military capacity if we ever want to increase the army size. I can guess we can do it here as well. There. I'm not sure if I should pay everything to the southern colonies, just because, can we hold them? That's a big question. Maybe a little bit more, but that's it. Like, I do not want to spend way too much money. We spent over like 40,000 already just on these upgrades, and now there are other things to do. Locality lists. If I click here, would they find it? That kind of sucks. I wish, like, if I click here, this is the new button they added. So okay, it's cool. I can see different towns and different provinces. But what if I just want to click here? And can I see Philly, for example? No. Like, that makes this option pretty much useless. I need to find, like, each individual city or province by name, and that kind of sucks. Especially if you're non-native American. Like, my American geography knowledge is not not as good as some of you guys, so it will be a bit more difficult for me to navigate my way through all of these colonies. But the map is huge. You can see it's humongous. We have to start with something. I'm gonna make sure to limit the time. I'm gonna show you time marks so you can actually jump through different sections. But we have to do something to upgrade our new possessions. We're gonna focus on money. We're gonna focus on tobacco production, and we're gonna focus on what exactly? Granary. This will be important. Let's do the same here. We need money because we have bigger expenses now. We have more mouths to feed. You can go with Weaver's house because there is no tobacconist. And the granary, Alexandria is in our control. I just want to upgrade the armory to magazine. It will be pretty important to have arms supply or ammunition supply when we move down south. Merchant stall, kind of the same story. As I said, if you guys find this boring, you can just skip the section that you find interesting. I gotta make sure to do that this time. Granary, Petersburg. Sounds like St. Petersburg in Russia. Let's do the same. How about here? Stoughton. I think I've never heard of Stoughton before. Roanoke. boy, oh boy, am I butchering these names. You can always correct me in the comments. Feel free. I'm a little bit excited to finally play this one. I had a bigger pause on YouTube just because it was Orthodox Easter. It kind of classical thing in Eastern Europe. It's not the same as what you guys have in the West. And, of course, Labor's Day. So I didn't really work, but I spent a lot of time with my family, and I just did not have time for YouTube. Let me check. How about here? A merchant stall. Weaver's house. Granary. I just wish I could copy-paste everything across the board. It will make my life easier. And by the way, guys, you should never do this, especially not at the start of the campaign. Like, build one building at a time. But because I have a lot of money and I have a lot of specialists and a lot of construction material, I can actually afford it. But if you're starting your campaign, you probably cannot. So never do this. It's a waste of resources. I just do not want to deal with this again in a few turns. And I'm not sure if I can trust AI to do the job for me, in all honesty. There is an option for automated construction, but yeah, I'm not really sure if I want to do that. Maybe a bit later in the campaign. But as of now, we just want to make sure that we can sustain ourselves financially after each turn. That's the primary focus. And then, of course, granary, and then popularity would be another concern. Or loyalty. I always call it popularity. Granary. Yeah, we click here. Salisbury. Salisbury. Probably it's pronounced like that. Let's do this. Let's do a little bit of that. We're probably going to lose some of these settlements, but okay. Good thing is that AI will not destroy it. We can retake it, and by the time AI takes it over, it will be constructed. AI will not really benefit from any upgrades we make there. Maybe with provisions they can benefit a little bit, but South Carolina, this is kind of a tricky situation here. I'm not sure if I want to pay too much. Maybe only economic buildings. I wish AI was more capable in this game. That would be really, really lovely to see. The AI can actually construct something. The only thing I've seen AI construct something would be barracks. To increase recruitment, but that's it. We might lose Kingston. What, here? Bath. Yeah, that's it. We did all of the upgrades we could do. Or that was smart thing to do. Some of the Georgia stuff I'm not gonna mess around because I don't think we can hold it with the men we have. How about we increase number of companies in our regiments? We're gonna go with 12 pounders. Let's apply, and then we're gonna just give them brown besses. Brown besses make a lot of difference. We're gonna give you this, and we're gonna give you... Come on. 12 pounders. Only the best for the American patriots. Come on. Let's do this one. Oh, we didn't do any construction here. My bad. My bad. Merchant stall. Weaver's house. Granary. Did we miss anything else? Halifax? No. Oh, this is something that we missed. I'm interested how much money did I spend here. Oh, tobacconist, and then granary. Everything's okay in Cambridge. We just have way too many men for the capacity. Okay. Add militia. As I said, I hope you guys don't find this boring. If you do, you can always jump forward to action. A militia. Let's make a change. Yeah, not sure that these guys in Kingston can hold by themselves. We will have to keep an eye on the southern provinces and what is happening. If they're under a lot of pressure, we have to kind of retreat and kind of try to consolidate what we can. Until our guys come from the north. Let me check. Again. Charlestown. I think that Charlestown is one of the was one of the biggest cities in the United States at that time. Let's do this one. Savannah. Maybe Savannah will be the target. Probably will be historically. So we're not going to do any upgrades around it. We're just going to... give our men some fighting chance. And we'll have to monitor what happens in the south for sure. Because if the British land there, we have nothing. Nothing to oppose them. We can only pray that they spread their troops around to garrison everything. And then we can maybe do something more. Yeah, this is it. As far as I'm concerned, well, maybe not it. 12 pounder. once again. This is why I started construction of a production of 12 pounders once again. They're just not gonna be enough for everything. Charlestown. Do we control any forts on this side? Yep, we do. I just hope that's it. We spent like 20 minutes not really playing a lot, just building up our southern provinces, and let's now decide. As we said, we have 5 generals to the north, and I think that we have to change something. We have who's this? Von Steuben or Steuben? I'm not sure what is the correct pronunciation. General Gates is here. I think the General Gates can be responsible for kind of northern area. I'm not sure if the British will ever come again from the north, but we have to make sure to protect. This is our maybe not population center, but this is our economic center, because we have a lot of production in these regions. We have a lot of fur in particular, textile production as well, and we have to protect it. So this is kind of a beating heart. Also Boston, New Haven, New York, Philly. We really need these provinces. We cannot afford to lose them. Everything else in the south is okay to lose, but nothing to the north. So I'm gonna appoint one general. It will be General Gates. He's maxed out. Maybe she should go and fight to the south. Like, you can go to New York. This is Nathaniel Green. He's kind of in a worse shape, so we're gonna. He has no fighting experience basically. You're gonna go to Lemon, and what we're gonna do with von Steuben? He's almost maxed out, so we're also gonna use him for combat. Maybe we can send him to. Winchester. Yeah, I could go to Winchester. So one general will be responsible for kind of everything from Boston. We're gonna have kind of a moving force. Everything from Boston, New Haven, New York, Morristown, Philly, Dover, Cambridge, Baltimore. Like, this will have to be held by a single force, maybe 8,000 or 9,000 men in case of an invasion. We're gonna keep 4 regiments of militia in Boston. They will not be able to fight off an invasion, but they could probably contain the enemy. Just fall back, contain the enemy into specific regions so they don't take over the entire map. And we probably need to send some of our some of our regiments to the south, like these guys. You guys gonna go to Fort Clinton, and let me check. We have how many? We have 9 regiments of militia in Montreal. This is too much. What do we do with you? Still gonna have some reserves here. We gonna maybe move 3 guys here, and yeah, let's go with 3 regiments. We're also gonna move 3 regiments of militia south. I think that's it. The rest of our army on this side could actually try to reorganize. You can go to Baltimore. Guys from Cambridge, get out. We're gonna join a brigade. Slowly. We're not gonna speed it up just because... Can they really go there? I don't think so. It's really good that we now have French muskets. We can replenish our French troops. You guys gonna get out? And here we have some cavalry regiments. You're gonna join a brigade, and we're also gonna send you south to Alexandria. We have some guys in Dover. You guys will move there. Of course, we also have George Washington. He can stand here until we reorganize our troops and see who should go where. How many troops do we have to defend? We have over 4,000 in New Haven. So let's say this will be 4,000, 8,000. Let's pay for it. You can see that we lost 150,000 in a single day. Oh, what is happening here? A British are on the march. Kingstown. Abandoned garrison. We're gonna go there, I guess. Are they going after Charlestown? I cannot really tell what's happening. Just know that we invested a lot of money in these provinces. We will see reports probably. But the problem is that the mini-map is too tiny. Difficult to tell what is happening. But what I know for sure is that we need to help our guys. Did we send more guys to the south? Yeah, I think we can pull it off. Maybe. Just because we're going to receive some reinforcement. We're going to receive six more regiments, pardon me. From the north. You guys going to join a brigade. Yeah. South gonna be painful. Freehold. So it's not historic. It's not scripted. Where the hell is Freehold? Just want to make sure that it's not our shores. No, actually it is. Damn it. Let me check. Oh, they're gonna... It's here. It is here. We're gonna get all of these guys out. Can't really tell which city's under attack anymore. Come on. I'll join a brigade. One more. We're gonna move there. You guys move there. We're gonna have guys from New Haven, of course. Get out. The idea is if we don't have to fight, we're not gonna fight them. If we can come in with an overwhelming force, that is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to sustain as little casualties as we can, as humanly possible. How many men do we have? No, no, no. Oh my god, it's kind of glitchy. We have about 9,000 men, including cavalry. Guys from Philly. How big is the 6,000? Oh, we can handle them. We can handle them. You can actually go south. And we have supply regiment that will also be necessary. We have 1 or 2 supply regiments. Yeah, we have only 1. How about we get another supply regiment? Do we pay for this? Is it really necessary? Yeah, I guess let's pay. Go to supply party. Good thing is that we can actually pull it off. This guy is not looking great in stats, so we're gonna choose him. Let's add. In Philly, but let's check market. 19. Maybe we should produce some wagons. Supply. Let's say we need 50. Yeah, that's better. Let's continue to move. Actually, we already have 2. We can have 3. It doesn't matter. We can pay for it. I hope so. I truly hope so. We can pay for that kind of expense. You guys move up south, and of course, General Arnold will move there. We can speed it up now, so something will actually happen. These guys can get into position. Of course, we need General Gates over here. Is there a battle or something? Yeah, the British are consolidating their power in the south. We'll try not to lose any regiments. We're just gonna give them away, if that makes sense. Try to preserve leadership. Are you guys moving or? Thank you. Our troops in position. They kind of are and are not, so we just need to prepare. Regardless of what is the area enemies decide to land officially. Freehold, you guys gonna get out? And I must say that game feels glitchy. It felt glitchy during the previous patch, but especially since the campaign opened up. Maybe it's because of the size of the campaign. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it's something else. But let me check. What did we go for? I guess we could go for this one. Just because I'm not sure if this is good enough. Yeah. There are a lot of side effects. So I'm not sure if we should do this one. I truly hope these guys gonna land here so we can just destroy them as soon as they land. But we need to be moving with our army. And we need to decide, maybe General Washington can go to Williamsburg right there, and General Arnold can go to Petersburg. We need to decide now what to do. You guys gonna get out, and you're gonna go where? You're gonna go here. Our army's a little bit late. It's my fault, to be honest. Oh, damn it. We have these guys as well. I'm not sure if they're gonna get here in time. That would be nice. Maybe enemy just decides to give up on the battle. This might be the case. I don't really want to fight right now. If we can rout them immediately, that would be perfection. Although it would not be fun for the video for you guys to watch. But I'm a little bit tired of the invasions. Let me check. Tiny little bit scared. Hope again. They have a cavalry regiment and they have infantry regiments with 2 chevrons. But we have more. Let's fight. They might decide to stay where they are. Who knows? They might stand their ground. And somebody asked me before, like, why don't you play more aggressive? One of the reasons is because if you play aggressive, you have more chances to lose more men. And sometimes it will be difficult to replenish. At this point in campaign, probably is not too difficult to replenish losses. The other reason is that there are no control groups. If you try to navigate this kind of battle, and they have, I don't know, 7,000, we have almost 10,000, it's a lot of men. And it's not as good as in Total War, where you can zoom out so much. You have kind of an unrestricted camera, even though it's kind of patching it up yourself, and there are no control groups. So I cannot kind of control group my left flank, my center, and kind of just shift them forward or backwards. You have to do everything manually, and it takes a lot of time. You have to pause the game a lot. And yeah, I think that they should include some kind of control groups. Let's first see what is happening. Is this a hill? Looks like a hill. Yep. Pretty bad position here. So we have 2 options. One of the options is to kind of push to the top of the hill and then fight the enemy. But I don't like that option. I think we're just gonna wait for them to come down, and we're gonna engage them on fair ground. We have a lot of artillery. So this is one of the reasons. And our artillery might not be in a position to fire, I'm afraid. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make them move here. You guys move there. We're gonna have you on this side. Of course, we have to be careful with our skirmishers. If they get caught by the cavalry, they will get wrecked. So we can do this. We're gonna have those guys over there. We have a lot of arty here. We're gonna have you guys move up. This is field gun. Yep. Something like that. We have mortars. Seems like we don't have that many men here. We can have some skirmishers on this flank, but we also need infantry on that flank. We have 2 cavalry regiments. We're going to have something like this. 2, 2, and 2. General Gates will go to the center. We're gonna have some of supply wagons go to different flanks. You guys can actually maybe front the enemy. Let's start. Enemy's not gonna do much immediately. It's a big map and it will take some time for them to show up. And this is what I'm saying when I say, hey, it's very cumbersome to move a huge army at the time. Like, you cannot really have a control group. As far as I know, I did not check new commands. Maybe I'm wrong. But as long as there are no control groups, you cannot easily move your troops. Just more and more difficult thing to do. Are we gonna roll back from the center a bit more? I was expecting more cannons, but we have a lot of French regiments, so they don't have any artillery with them. Hey. Why would you have these guys over here? These guys more to the center, even though they're just militia. We can have some French troops to our right flank because I feel like we don't have any reserves when it comes to line infantry. And you guys need to retreat into the tree line. That's the idea. We're gonna have these guys on this side. It's just much easier to defend in this game. With more control over your units, that would be much better. This could actually give you some flexibility. And maybe if you could zoom out a little bit more from kind of a total war perspective, that would be great. Yeah, let's make a continuous line here. And cavalry will be there in reserve. I would like you guys to maybe move to the flank. Support that flank. We have a lot of guys in the center. That's not really an issue. These guys are glitching out for some reason. They do not know where they should be. Just like that. And maybe this flank should also be flat with that one. They're gonna be the first one maybe to engage the enemy on this side. There is an option that the enemy just flees. As soon as they see us, they might flee. That would be very disappointing. Even though I said that I don't really want to fight, I do want to fight. But I'm here. You kind of want to fight. Cavalry can go more to this side. In case enemy cavalry shows up. And if you guys remember, I had a lot of issues with General getting charged by the enemy some of the previous episodes, so we're not gonna make the same mistake again. I'm just gonna speed it up and I'm gonna send my cavalry, climb the hill, Try to spot the enemy. Okay. That was a bit painful. Are they gonna move? I fully expect them to move. We've lost some good men. Oh yeah, here they come. Sometimes you have to trigger them. One of the other things is that artillery is really terrible at firing, you know, on top of a hill from downhill to up the hill. They cannot hit anything for some reason. I do not know why, but there are some issues with that. I could understand that, okay, if you're artillery, you're firing downhill, you have some kind of advantage, but this is pretty lame. Although mortars could actually do some damage, I think. Not 100% sure though. Okay, they're coming in. Now their horsemen will experience a nice welcome. We try to entertain their line infantry so they get shot. Pull our cannons and mortars. Hold. Hold firm. Okay, this is kind of a bad flank. They already lost one company here. Already trying to charge. And what also happens is that AI is pretty bad at using cavalry. For some reason, they decide to throw their cavalry away immediately. I think in the past, they were a bit better. They played more conservatively. But now they're just like, oh yeah, they're the enemies charging. Canister. Eesh, that's a bit too much. No. You stay where you are. You guys gonna hold. You guys gonna hold as well. Seems like they have no men there. Let's try to charge in and let's see what the results will be. Because they lost their cavalry. Maybe not completely, but yeah, their cavalry is not a force to be reckoned with anymore. Let's try to push our flank. We should be breaking them. Let's move up. We will chill with these guys. We're gonna charge that battery and maybe even collapse their entire flank. Maybe. Who knows? Where the wind blows. You guys will move up. We do have reserves here. We're gonna move them on this side. Cavalry will continue to move. I'm afraid of that guy. You're exhausted. Damn it. They're gonna demolish us with the canister round. Come on, just run. If they cannot fire canister rounds into us, that's okay. What's happening on this side? We are pushing them back. And they're routing. Girl, hope. Trying to find some hope. But he will die. Fleeing like a coward. Stand your ground, man. Come on. Let me charge in. With these guys as well. Let's forbid these guys from firing because they can do a lot of harm to our guys. Let's just check. 80 kills. These guys 155. This is probably from canister rounds here. How about these guys? 61. These guys 81. Pretty good. Probably again from canister rounds. And how about our mortars? 16? Really? 95? How do you explain that kind of disparity? These are the same type of mortars, right? Yeah, 13-inch C mortar. And this one is the same. So why are there such a big differences between same units? Pretty much the same position. I don't know. But I forgot to set our cavalry. You guys waiting for a long time. Charge in. You guys go after them. Of course, we will do the same. We're gonna chase. Stop firing. We do not want to kill our own cavalry. And these are the guys with carbines. We cannot replenish carbines right now. That sucks. Let's turn this off. Then you fall back. Come on. Engage the enemy. Aren't they exhausted? Look at the conditioning, like 48%. How can you guys be exhausted? Let's go down. And maybe fight on the foot. I'm not sure if they will behave as more of a skirmisher force or grenadiers, or like what would be their role on foot. Just charge in. Okay, who is firing? These guys are. We're gonna speed it up. That's pretty much it. It was quite a remarkable victory. Even though we had superior forces. We lost about 200 men. Their losses were enormous. They're not gonna recover from this. There is no way they can recover from this one. And now is the time to kind of push to the south. We will make this one a bit of a longer episode because it's an epic episode. Like, how often do you open up the entire map of United States? Oh, you guys can go to New York. You guys gonna stay here, and we're gonna see what we're gonna do with the rest of these guys. Maybe we even send one of the companies. Maybe we can send you guys down south. Oh, General Washington, flee the battlefield. Where is our ship? Okay, here it is. We don't really need it. We're gonna save it for later. And let's try to reorganize Stark. We also need some militia. I'm gonna go to Williamsburg. Maybe cavalry can go there. You guys, we're gonna be fighting forts, so I'm not sure if this is a good idea. In all honesty, to send no artillery to try to capture forts. I think we need mortars. This will lower down our casualties. So actually, you guys can go there. For George Washington, you guys gonna go south. We're gonna have these guys. They have artillery, so they could probably go. They can move here. This will be more of a militia army. Gonna get some more guys. Go to Morristown. Some of the guys will go to New Haven. Cavalry can go to Fort Clinton. Supply. New York and General Gates to New York. What's happening? They took Richmond. Damn it. But they're routing. We gotta take it back. Not really an issue. You can go there. Supply our forces. We're gonna have... Where was that supply regiment? Oh. You guys also need to go down south. We have a supply regiment in Philly. You guys will move here. That's the idea. We're gonna get out. Come on. Join a brigade. Then everybody can move towards Norfolk. Come on, guys. Is everything okay with Richmond? 50-50. Might need a garrison. No, no, no. We do not want you to die, so... Oh, come on. I'll try to flank them when we're already here. Misplaying this big time. Luckily for us, what is happening? 90% loyalty. I think we're gonna refuse. We're paying so much money for stuff right now. No, no. You guys come back? Our guys are being shot at. No, no, no. You can move back. Things are a little bit chaotic right now. I got scared for a second that there are some enemy forces on this side. What do we do? You guys move up. I'm gonna try to take Williamsburg. They should break. Oh, come on. How the hell can they be here? Okay, they surrendered. We're gonna take it and we're gonna move our troops. Maybe our cavalry needs some help. They're exhausted. No, these guys are running. These guys are running. It's okay. French and British. They're at peace right now, but we should not be worried about that. You actually gonna go there. I'm gonna be responsible for Williamsburg. Come on. Open fire. Can they keep running? Okay, they surrender now, finally. Let's move up. We're gonna do something about Williamsburg. Merchant stall. We said money, money, and printing press. I'm gonna join you as an army just because I do not want you to flee. Hertford, 51% popularity. These guys will also be an army, and you're just gonna push probably here. I don't know. Oh, with these guys, we didn't do anything. We have to change those things. We're gonna give them some arty. Like that. Let's apply. Let's change muskets. We're gonna have some issues here. Yeah, everybody, you guys go there. Williamsburg is under our control. These guys are needed on this side. Can we spare some men from these forts? I think we can. their job would be very simple. Just to make sure that there are no pro-British rebellions in problematic towns. Because they could seriously hinder our progress. Come on, you guys move there. We're gonna have you here, General Arnold, in support of our main force. Guys from Hartford, they probably should stay where they are. Just due to popularity issues. Yeah, I'll try to fight. Because I'm not sure that our guys will actually take them. We probably would win, but this could be a final episode here. A final part of the episode. We shall see. They have 2 batteries. Why are guys so exhausted? That's a pity. Let me check. You guys gonna move up. We're gonna have our mortar as well right there. These guys gonna be pushing left and right and center. We have some militia in the back. We have some guys to the flank. And we're gonna have you on the other flank. Right there, supported by a company of French troops. And we have General Arnold support your troops. We have 2 regiments of cavalry on this flank. So let's... Yeah, they surrendered. Nothing for us to do. This is what I was always talking about how frustrating it is to get into a battle. And this is a small battle, so I did not really waste a lot of time preparing for it. But sometimes you have 12,000 men to put in their positions, and you spend like, I don't know, 7, 8, 10 minutes waiting for a battle, and then they come close. They see your troops, they just flee from the battlefield without firing a single shot. It's really depressing. Okay. They did surrender. You guys will probably be needed here. And we're gonna try to push as much as we can and try to take as many regions as possible. Seems like our economic situation is getting a bit better, but it's too early to say. It's only Monday. We're just gonna follow the progression by the end of the week and see what actually happens. We have to pay for it. Infantry brigade? Really? Which one? That's a lot of men. It's like entire regiment worth of men. We're gonna be moving here, and then let me just click on Norfolk. We need this one. We need a printing press, and then granary. Okay, guys, I believe that this is it. I think I'm gonna call it a day just because this episode will be very, very long if we continue. But I really love the start of the ultimate campaign, and will be a lot of fun to see how it ends and what we can do here. Tell me in the comment sections, what do you think about this campaign? Have you played this section of the campaign? What are some of the obstacles and how to bypass them if possible? Again, thank you for watching. Consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. It means the world to me. And see you next time. Bye-bye.